Right, Emma. So today we're really diving into something I think gets overlooked a lot in affiliate marketing, and that's the whole mindset shift. Everyone's chasing like the next shiny tactic, aren't they? But the thing is, well, sustainable growth, it starts much deeper than that. It really does. It's about looking beyond those quick bucks.
Oh, absolutely, James. And I totally get what you mean. It's like, why do you think so many people kind of miss that? Like they're so focused on the immediate outcome, right? Is it just impatience or is there more to it than that, do you think? I mean, it's such a foundational thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon it's a bit of both, honestly. See, a lot of the chatter online, it pushes this get rich quick narrative, doesn't it? So folks come in expecting instant results. But true success in affiliate marketing, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You've got to cultivate this long-term vision, focus on providing genuine value, building an actual audience, not just, pushing products at them. It's about seeing yourself as a solution provider, a proper trusted advisor, if you get my meaning, instead of just a link dropper. That's the real shift.
That makes so much sense. So it's less about optimizing for clicks and more about, I guess, optimizing for trust, right? Because trust is what actually leads to those long-term conversions and customer loyalty. Wow, that's a really powerful reframing, actually. It's like you're playing a totally different game.
Okay, so once you have that mindset dialed in, what's next? Because you talked about like overlooked niches. How do you even find those? I mean, it feels like everything is already so saturated, Like every good niche is already taken by like 100 other affiliates. What's the secret sauce there, James?
That's a brilliant question, Emma. And it's a common misconception that everything's taken. The trick, it's not to look for a big niche, it's to dive into micro niches. Like, think about specific problems people have within a broader niche. Instead of weight loss, for instance, you might focus on weight loss for new mums with limited time, or sustainable plant-based weight loss for busy professionals. You're looking for those underserved communities, the ones with a really specific pain point. Also, chase your curiosities, What are you genuinely interested in? Passion makes the research and content creation so much easier, and it shines through.
Oh, that's smart. So it's less about like inventing a new market and more about finding a really specific unmet need within an existing one. That's a total game changer. So like, how do you actually research that? Do you just browse forums, or are there like specific tools or techniques you use to uncover those really granular sub-niches that nobody else is thinking about?
Spot on, yeah. Forums are great, Reddit's a goldmine, really. Look at people also ask sections on Google, Amazon reviews, YouTube comments on competitive videos. What questions are consistently coming up that aren't being fully answered? Survey your existing audience, even a small one if you have one, and don't shy away from what seems too small. A highly engaged, specific audience is far more valuable than a broad, lukewarm one. You can absolutely dominate a micro niche, do you know what I mean? Right, so once you've got your niche and you're thinking long term, then it's about getting traffic, isn't it? But again, not the typical way. Forget just paid ads or basic SEO for a sec. We're talking unconventional traffic generation. One really powerful thing is community engagement, like actually participating in relevant online communities, not just spamming your links, mind you, but adding genuine value.
Okay, so like being a real human in a Facebook group instead of just dropping a link and running away, right? That totally makes sense. But what about beyond those kinds of groups? Are there any like really obscure platforms or methods that people aren't even thinking about for getting eyes on their stuff without having to like spend a fortune?
Absolutely. Think about platforms where your niche hangs out that aren't mainstream for affiliate marketing. Could be Discord servers related to a specific hobby, highly specialized subreddits, even micro-influencer collaborations on platforms like TikTok, or niche-specific blogs where you can offer guest posts. Also, direct outreach. If you found a product that genuinely solves a problem, approach small businesses, offer to review it, maybe even suggest a partnership. It's about thinking outside the usual Google search box,
Wow, that's really proactive. So you're almost becoming like a connector rather than just a marketer. And I just really like that idea of reaching out directly. It sounds like it could build much stronger like relationships than just waiting for people to find you. But is that scalable, James? Like, if you're doing a lot of direct outreach, does that get like super time consuming?
So we've got the mindset.
we found our niche, we're getting traffic. Now, how do we actually turn that traffic into conversions? You mentioned advanced conversion psychology in the show description, and that just sounds fascinating. What does that actually look like beyond like a really good call to action button?
Right, brilliant. This is where it gets really interesting, Emma. It's not just about the button, is it? It's about the entire user journey and how you influence their decision-making. Think about things like social proof, but authentic social proof. Not just generic testimonials, but actual case studies, user-generated content, maybe even showing your own results with a product. Also reciprocity. Give immense value up front, completely free. A comprehensive guide, a mini-course, exclusive insights. When you give, people feel a natural urge to reciprocate, you know?
Oh, that's so true. So it's like earning their trust first by being genuinely helpful instead of just pushing a product. And I guess that ties back to the mindset we talked about earlier, right? Building that trusted advisor role. What about like scarcity or urgency? Does that like still work, or is that kind of overused now?
It can absolutely still work, but it must be ethical, right? Like genuine scarcity. This offer ends on Friday because the vendor is genuinely discontinuing it, not this disappears in 5 minutes when it doesn't. And a pre-framing is huge. Before they even see the offer, you've set the stage. You've introduced the problem, established yourself as an authority, demonstrated the solution's potential through your content. So by the time they see the actual product, they're already, 80% convinced. It's about guiding them, not manipulating them, if that makes sense.
Lastly, but certainly not least, Emma, it's about making all this sustainable. Building lasting assets. You don't want to be constantly chasing the next trend or starting from scratch. That's exhausting, frankly. The biggest asset you can build, in my opinion, is your own audience and an owned platform. Think about an email list, a podcast, a blog that you control entirely.
Yeah, that totally resonates. Because if you're relying solely on, like, say, social media algorithms, you're always at the mercy of their changes, right? But an email list or your own website, that's something you actually own. So how do you balance the unconventional with the sustainable part? Like, sometimes unconventional stuff can feel a bit fleeting, you know?
That's a very fair point, and it's a tightrope walk, isn't it? The unconventional gets you noticed, it gets you the early traction, but the sustainable is the long game. So you use those unconventional tactics to funnel people into your owned assets. Your weird, wonderful TikTok strategy, for instance, leads people to sign up for your exclusive newsletter. Your community engagement in that niche Discord server eventually points them to your helpful guide hosted on your blog. That way, you're always building something that nobody can take away from you, something that's always working, even when you're not actively hacking away, if you know what I mean.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So the unconventional is like the initial spark, but the assets are the fuel that keeps the fire burning long term. And that means you're building a real business, not just a series of quick campaigns. Wow, James, this has been so insightful. It's definitely a different way of looking at the whole affiliate marketing space, and I absolutely love it.
Glad to hear it, Emma. That's precisely the aim of Affiliate Alchemy, isn't it? Beyond the obvious, into what truly builds lasting success. Cheers.